Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Towing the Rubber. My name is Johnny Clumpy. I'm joined by Devon Alsman, but I'll say I'm joining him because he is the main host of the show, but he wanted me to do the intro today. So, hello, everybody, and good morning. We hope you're having a great morning. But back to you, Devon, and you can explain what we're going to talk about in this episode.
Yeah, today we got the Tokyo series is coming up. Next week, we have Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll hopefully be live to catch the tail end of both games. I will get here as soon as the school opens and try to get a stream going. You might have to walk in here with the stream already on. Who knows?
What time does school open?
7:35.
Okay.
So
That's what time I leave my house. So, well, I'll be leaving the school on Tuesday.
So we'll see what we do with that. Hopefully it's like the 7th, 6th inning. Hopefully, so we can still get a bit of baseball. Hopefully the Cubs aren't down by 10 when we get those games on. I will be probably waking up at like 5:30 to catch both games. Because this is the thing I do, is watch baseball. It's finally on. Like last year, when there wasn't as serious of a phone ban, but like you still weren't supposed to like have your phone out. I still watched the Soul.
I watched this whole series in the second hour.
Yeah, I watched it first hour. So like, now it's impossible, but luckily we aren't at normal school. We'll get to have fun. We'll get to live stream it. Hopefully, Brendan will be here in one piece for our show. He's not producing today. We have no producer, so hopefully nothing goes wrong. But he should hopefully be back. Sunday night, do you want to talk about what happens and then after our live reaction to the Cubs game?
So, as most of the sports world fans should know, this Sunday it's Selection Sunday, March Madness let's not say regular season, but conference tournaments wrap up on Sunday with the Big Ten tournament and the Ivy League tournaments really closing out on Sunday, and the American are usually the three that go on Sunday. The rest of them usually close out Saturday. But it'll close out on Sunday, so that allows Selection Sunday to begin, where we will get our first official March Madness bracket, and we get 4 days to look over it and create brackets. So on Tuesday, after the streaming of the Tokyo game, Devin, Brendan, and I are going to create our own March Madness brackets on air.
Oh, we're doing them on air? Or are we doing them pre-made?
Well, I will have had pre-made, but I mean, you can, if you only want to make one and then bring in your paper bracket and fill it out on there. I'm going to do a tournament challenge with us. I'll make one because I think that's the most fun way to do it. Because then you can count, like that has a point system. Excuse me. Even though the point system is kind of skewed, it's still like the easiest way to just keep track of who's doing the best, because it's hard to be like, well, I have this team in the Final Four, but Devin picked more games right than me. Then how do we want to be like who did better? So if you only want to make one bracket and then fill it out, I'll probably fill out like a different. Well, I don't know. We'll figure out how we want to do it.
I think the plan is we'll pre-fill them out and then talk about them Tuesday.
Okay. I mean, that works
because we'll just the timing wise. And then Wednesday will just be the Cubs.
Yeah, and then Wednesday will just be the Cubs stream.
And then we'll see about Thursday and Friday. We might also have another live reaction, possibly.
Yeah, we're working on trying to come in around probably like 3 to 4:30, 3 to 5, to live react to like the plethora of March Madness games, because it'll be the round of 64. I'm assuming I probably won't be able to do Friday because I will be leaving for spring break on Friday.
I don't leave until Saturday. So
I would be leaving probably after school or during school. Yeah. Thursday, I should be good for us to get stream. And then also on Wednesday, we can probably cover a little bit of the first 4 games for March Madness. They start on Tuesday, but you don't have to have your brackets done till Thursday, because in your bracket you don't actually pick the like for the tournament challenges, you don't pick the winner of the playing games, which I've always thought is weird.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like you just like if
Oh,
you
when?
like if you when you pick a team, like you said you've only done paper brackets
Yeah.
and you fill out. If I did a paper bracket, that's how I do it. I think you should.
I've always thought like you've picked those, and we've always like me and my family when we do them, we've always counted those.
Yeah,
They're
that's
still they're as many points as the first round.
I think that's a good way to do it.
That's fine.
But obviously, 2 of the games are between 16 seeds, so like nobody really cares. But like the 11 seed games, like because that's like fully dependent on how I think the bracket will go. Because sometimes I just think one of the play-in teams is better than another play-in team, and especially on the matchup they have, I would believe that team. Oh, they might beat this team, but I don't think the other team will beat them. So it's like it would be nice to be. Because, like, when you'll see on the ESPN Tournament Challenge, it just says, say if Indiana and Ohio State are the playing teams. We don't know yet, obviously. It'll be IU/OSU, and that's all you pick. You don't actually pick the winner.
And then, like, when you fill out your bracket, do you, like, say you've want Purdue to go your Final Four, do you fill out Purdue? Do you fill out Purdue all the way Final Four? And then, like, a couple other teams as far as you think, and then fill in the rest? Or do you go each
I try to do round by round, but if there's a team that I, like, definitely think is going to the Final Four, at least I'm usually just picking them. So I usually just can, like, I'll guarantee that this team is going, or at least winning, like, 3 games. Like, I'll probably pick Auburn for just to get to the Elite Eight at a minimum. Also, it depends on, like, matchups.
Yeah,
Because even though if I really like a team, like, and think they're really good, they could also have a bad matchup in their own, like, pod.
And then
like,
Auburn as well. Weren't they the team that crushed last year?
they did. Okay,
I had them winning.
They were top 5. They were a top 5 KenPom team. They fit the national championship criteria. I picked them to win. They lost in the first round. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
so did I. But this is toe on the rubber. Let's go ahead.
let's get back to baseball.
Talk about the Dodgers Cubs series. It's still a bit hard to find exactly who was on the plane for the Cubs and Dodgers. It's not exactly confirmed, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's weird. Shota Imanaga's going.
Shota Imanaga and Just Steele.
PCA's
Matt Shaw
going.
is, but here's the problem. We don't know if he's on the team that'll be playing or if he's on the backup squad.
PCA's going.
Yeah, so is Kyle Tucker, Ian Happ.
I
Dan
saw.
Swanson.
The
Those
Cubs.
are all the obvious
The
ones.
Cubs posted a picture on Instagram, so I can guarantee they were going.
We're trying to figure out if Matt Shaw is playing or not. It's because the way it was done was it was between Alcantara and Shaw. The thing is, Alcantara would have been on the taxi squad. So if the way you word that is between these two, that makes it seem like Shaw's the other guy is on the taxi squad, which would be very aggravating. Because why would you bring him then?
Yeah.
To do nothing. This is your next Chris Bryant.
Hopefully.
Top prospect
Let's not throw that he's an automatic MVP winner.
Top prospect for your team. Very athletic. Has very high potential.
So he sounds like me. My bad.
What division baseball did he play? Do you know?
I don't know.
That's
Probably
D1.
D1. Well, I wasn't saying like baseball wise, but you just describe a lot of potential and athletic, and both of those describe me. So
Okay.
just in whatever I do in life,
Hmm.
I usually do it athletically, and I usually have potential in it. So.
So then you shouldn't.
All right, I'm just kidding.
Your
Don't stop.
test
Stop.
today,
Oh, tests. Yeah.
You should ace because you have such high potential.
I have potential doesn't mean I'll fulfill it.
Oh. So like Christopher Morel.
Shh. Stop speaking bad on him.
But I really hope Shaw's the starting third baseman for Game 1 against Yoshinobu Yamamoto. if game 2 they decide to go Workman against Roki Sasaki, that's fine. But I need Shaw game 1.
Yeah. Who's pitching?
Game 2's Roki. Game 1's Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
So you want him against? You want him against?
I'm not saying I want him. I just want him game 1.
Okay.
And then game 2, if they decide not to start him, that's fine. As well, having that lefty Workman against Roki to just try to mess with him more. Roki's fastball's down. It's 96 miles an hour. He has a good splitter, but he's not throwing 101 like he was 2 years ago. So he's still broke. Something's still wrong. They haven't figured it out yet, the Dodgers. Because spring training, he's still throwing 96. So it's still not super Roki. And as I've heard, his fastball is super flat. Like, there's nothing to it. And since he's not throwing 101, it's just a flat 96. So, like, I'm not saying I can hit that.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like you're about to say. It sounds like you're going to be
But
like, I think you could hit that, Johnny.
Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, Ian Happ, 100% can hit a 96-mile-an-hour flat fastball.
I'd hope so.
So, like, dude, I think even Jason Awer could hit a flat fastball.
Okay,
So,
too far. Hey, you're talking about the number 1 prospect in baseball, so.
Jason Awer?
Rookie.
I think that they went just way too far. They just projected him to be way too good.
Number 1 prospect in baseball.
It's
And
absurd.
And top 100 player in baseball.
He's
So,
not, though.
Built, not bought Dodgers.
Here's
Built, not bought.
Here's the problem with
Built,
that.
not bought.
From what I've seen, a flat fastball that's only 96 is doing nothing in the major leagues.
Only 96?
But it has no movement.
How hard do you throw, Devon?
Hey, I get my strikeouts in different ways. I don't need a good fastball.
Okay,
right.
He also has a really good splitter. And
He does.
96 is still fast.
He does have the 2 pitches do tunnel well, but he can't throw his splitter every pitch. You know?
That is true, yeah.
So, like, he has to throw the fastball to play with the splitter. So if you just hit the fastball, then you don't need to get the splitter. Because he can't just give you 3 straight splitters. He's not going to do that. Because you will, if he does, you'll see it and take it. Yeah. If you're major league hitter wise. So he will have to give these guys a fastball or some kind of off speed. So you just sit fastball because he's going to throw it, and you just mash that. That's what you have to do for against Roki. Yoshinobu got destroyed in the Seoul series. Problem is, I don't think that's happening. He's now got some innings in the major leagues, and
He's got, 16 starts and 3 or 4 playoff games?
He has good stuff. I was at a game he started last year at Wrigley as well. He's got that weird curveball, but, like, I think he's going to compete for the Dodgers. I just think it's absurd that Roki's starting.
It's because they're playing.
I know they're playing in Tokyo, but at the same time, it's like you have Blake Snell, Tyler Glass now, Dustin May. Roki Sasaki's the 5. Dustin May is better than Roki Sasaki. I'm just want to point out, by the way.
Okay.
He's confirmed to be the 5. They have said this. I've been super high on Dustin May. His stuff is insanely filthy. He has
Do
so
they
much
get, how
movement.
much time do they get off?
What do you mean? So, like,
America?
after?
Yeah.
So
It's a full week.
It's a full
and a
week because
half,
I
right?
will be at the Diamondbacks Open today, which is everyone's else's Thursday, and
Then next
Wednesday's
week,
the last
so-
game. So they have 8 days, and then they'll come back and play like 2 spring training games.
Yeah. So
But
they'll
for the
probably go. They'll
Cubs-
probably go Roki to.
The Dodgers.
Yeah, they'll probably go Roki to Glass now or Snell.
That's absurd. It's just
Like that's who they're gonna bring in because they get 8 days off, so you
Well,
can
no.
use
Oh yeah,
a starter for 3,
yeah, sorry,
3
that's-
innings.
Yeah, the Cubs.
Okay, like 6 days off if they play the 2 string
The
training
Cubs
games.
aren't doing that. What we do know from their team is they are bringing Shota and Steele to start. They have Tyone and they have Boyd. But I don't. I think they're on the taxi squad. I think is what I've heard. They're not going to be in the bullpen. they're going to do the 2 exhibition games, those 2 guys, I think, and then not be on the squad because the Cubs brought, I think, 16 or 17 pitchers.
But most are basically all of those guys are bullpen.
All of those guys are bullpens. Like Daniel Palencia is there.
If Palencia pitches and Tyone's there and doesn't pitch, I promise you, I might never watch the Cubs ever again.
First off, I would prefer Boyd over Tyone.
Regardless, if one of the starters is in Tokyo and doesn't throw, but I have to see Daniel Palencia come out of the bullpen and allow 5 runs in half an inning and 1/3 of an inning of work against the Dodgers, I promise you, on live air, I will break the TV that we have in here. I'll go buy Mr. Jennings a new one, but I will be that upset about Daniel Palencia even if he comes into the game. And it's not even if he gives up runs. If I see his face.
And here's this: they chose him over Keegan Thompson. Keegan Thompson will be DFA'd before Tuesday's game, and that means he's going to a different team. And they chose Daniel Palencia over Keegan Thompson. Palencia has options still, so you could have sent Palencia to the minors and have Keegan go and give him a shot. Keegan's been good. Palencia
I know that. I hate
has
Palencia.
one good moment this entire career. July 4th, against the Brewers in extra innings. He threw the 9th and 10th. Ian Happ threw out guys at home, and the Cubs were able to win.
Yeah, because Ian Happ threw a guy out at home.
Well, it was the extra inning runner. So, I wouldn't hate on Palencia for that.
He's still allowed a single.
Yeah. Yes. But he got the win. That wasn't bad. But that's the only moment I have of Daniel Palencia. There's nothing else.
Sounds
Keegan
like a goat.
Thompson's been... I've seen good moments from him. And he's not going to be there. He's gone. And I want to make... We're not doing hot takes, but I want to make a hot take. Keegan Thompson is going to get picked up by one of the big pitching teams, whether it's the Brewers, Guardians, Rays, or Tigers. And he will be a starting pitcher and have a sub and be around a 3.5 ERA and be a starter.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It'd be really good. I believe of the 4 teams I named, the Rays get first pick. I believe waiver order works from last year's worst record to best. And, hopefully the worst teams just don't touch them. Let them go to a team that's good. The White Sox, if they pick up Keegan Thompson, I'm done. They've took Mike Tauchman from me. They're a poverty franchise. It's horrible what they're doing there. It's a disgrace the Cubs have to share the same city with the White Sox at this point. It's just...
I saw a tweet by a White Sox fan yesterday. It was a picture of them in, the outfield seats with, a nice, sunset going on. And it was just, have you ever seen, the this and something trend on, social media? It's you say this and,
I think...
this in great baseball or something.
Yeah.
It was that picture, this, and 131 losses. That was
It's horrible. It's just done. It's just aggravating. And they got worse this offseason. They probably won't be as bad as last year, but they got worse. Their ace, Garrett Crochet, is gone. Luis Robert will be gone at the trade deadline if they have 2 brain cells.
Yeah, he's not that good, though. He's 77 number show. He's not that good.
And
that's
then
still insane to me. I can't believe that.
All of the older guys are just going to go down. Andrew Benintendi's going to go down.
Highest paid player in White Sox history, by the way.
Yeah, you have.
That's hilarious. That's so funny. That he's making the most money out of any. He's got the biggest contract in White Sox history.
He does. Anthony Rendon's top 3 for the Angels.
Yeah, but his is
And funny enough,
okay, he was also way more deserving of a huge contract because he had years of backing it up.
But it's $20 million is not that huge of a contract for most teams.
I know, but it's he just wasn't that great. He wasn't a mate.
And he wasn't good.
He was a good hitter. Like, he was a good hitter. And it's just funny that it went from, like, it's just funny that he's the guy that gets the label of highest paid player.
Really quick, me mentioning the Angels. I think the three highest contracts the Angels have given out is Rendon, Pujols, and Trout. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
2 of those are horrible for most part. And then Mike Trout is iffy.
When did he sign the extension? Because that's
Trout?
what. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's like what would make it bad. Because he still won MVP. So like.
I mean, like Pujols was good for 2 years, and then fell off.
Like if a guy wins.
And then Rendon was good in 2020.
But if like a guy wins an MVP under the contract, I don't really think you can say it's that bad of a contract. And still,
I think it's a World Series. I don't think it's an MVP. Like MVP is more of a player specific.
Yeah, but like
World
in
Series
baseball where it's like you don't have anybody else on the team.
I guess.
Obviously, Trout had Shohei, but they were never on like the field at the same time.
I don't think they finished above 500. The Trout and Shohei duo never finished above 500.
Yeah, but it's also because they didn't put any money anywhere else on the team, and even then,
Tyler Anderson.
Wow, and even then, Shohei wasn't making that much money. So it's like it was literally just we have Rendon, who's the worst player in baseball, on $300 million. We have Mike Trout, who's hurt. On $300 million.
Their trade deadline, instead of trading Ohtani to get their farm system fixed, they instead go for Lucas Giolito, Ronaldo Lopez, and a bunch of other rubbish guys that I don't even remember.
Hey, Ronaldo Lopez almost won a Cy Young.
At the waiver deadline, they DFA all of them to offload money. It is the Angels are probably next to near poverty after the White Sox, just how bad they run.
I mean, Logan O'Hoppy's good. Zach
And
Nito's,
guess what?
Zach Nito's their shortstop, right?
Yeah.
He's good.
Here's the thing. Guess what? O'Hoppy was a Phillies prospect. Zach Neto, they called up instantly, so it's not like they developed him. He was a college guy and then instantly called up. So all of his development came from college and then the majors.
Ben Joyce, he's good. Same exact thing.
Same exact thing. Nolan Shanuel, same exact thing. Who's their new second base top prospect that they just signed? He was like top pick. He might crack the MLB roster, so there's half.
Which is funny because Mike Trout was also an instant call up. So even the one guy that they drafted was just
not them. None of Kikuchi.
And then Shohei was overseas.
Shohei was overseas. Rendon was a contract. Luis Rengifo might be theirs for a bit. That's about it that I can think of. I mean, Joe Adele, if you want to include him, I think he was in their minors a bit. So, like...
Tyler Wade, right? Or Taylor Ward.
Taylor... I don't know.
He's always good for half a season. Because he's always like, oh, could he be an all-star? He's got an 820 OPS right now.
So, like,
doing your all-star voting.
It's just a little upsetting what the Angels... And what's funny is the Angels lost 3 games to the White Sox at the end of last season.
Down the stretch, too.
It was at the end of the season. The White Sox needed one more loss, and they swept the Angels in the second last series.
That was really funny.
So, like...
Because everyone was like, oh, are they really about to save it?
Yeah. And because the Angels lost the White Sox at the end of the stretch. So, like, luckily, the playoff Tigers came in and got the final.
It would have been hilarious, though. Like,
if the White Sox swept the Tigers?
Yeah.
I would have cried.
Well, I know the Tigers, would they have missed the playoffs then?
Probably.
Okay, well, not as funny then.
So, the playoff Tigers. And they beat Astros.
Yeah.
So
okay, not as funny, but, like, could you imagine if they that was like,
the White Sox lit.
Because they got hot at the right time because they won, like, 2 against the Athletics and then swept the Angels.
Yeah.
And then went into it was like,
Tigers.
are they really about to just get really hot at, I guess the right time because, I mean,
I guess.
they're trying to save the record.
It only took 159 games. Like, bro, what are we doing? And then, we'll have to see Cubs, Dodgers. What do you think? What's your 2-game record
For the Cubs?
Yeah.
No chance they win 2.
I said what's their 2-game record. I didn't say they win both. I'm just saying what is.
You're asking me what I think. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just telling
what
you
will be
like
their record
I
after
don't,
2 games?
so I'm hoping 2-0. I just don't think there's a chance we beat the Dodgers twice.
Yeah. So
So
realistically,
I'll stick it at 1-1.
I'll say 1-1.
I
Which
think
game do we win?
Probably the Roki start, just because
I
even though I
believe
think Roki's really good, but I think he'll just like I think he'll struggle. I don't even think if he'll fully like implode like Yamamoto did. I just think he'll struggle. I think Kyle Tucker can get it going early. Like if the top of the lineup, even though the lineup is very good, like top to bottom, I think the best like case is the top 4, top 5 gets 1 or 2 on him in the first inning, and then we kind of cruise behind Steele.
I mean, yeah, and fun. I saw this podcaster I watched, Sam Wilbur, post. Luckily, he said, I'm glad that the Cubs starters had bad outings to end spring training because it hardly ever happens 2 times in a row.
That is also true.
So, because Ibnaga had 2 bad starts last year. They weren't in a row. And then Steele doesn't really have the bad starts, really. So, like, he would never have 2 in a row, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not getting internet.
Unless it's September of 2023, but...
I mean, that's kind of true.
I'm still mad about that.
And then, like, that sometimes isn't his fault. Some of the...
I know. It was just like, because he could have won the Cy Young. He was like the first on the Cy Young leaderboard at the start of September, and then finished 3rd in voting, I think. To be fair, Blake Snell's like the greatest pitcher of all time in August and September, but...
So, I'm trying to pull up guys with, like, no movement on their fastball right now. But it's
I hope
hard to-
Javier Assad comes up.
It's hard to figure out for me. 'Cause I've never really tried to do this before. Like, look at this specific of a thing. So I don't know what I'm looking for. Because, like, what I'm looking at is good players that have blue, but, like, I don't get it. I'm not going to try to read it. I just know Sasaki throws a flat fastball.
Yeah.
It's worrying. So that's it. Fantasy baseball is starting. Like, if you have not done draft, you should do it this weekend. I'm going to have to do drafts. Our league for this class, I'm going to have to get, like, 2 more people to join, and we'll do it this weekend at some time. I have a draft Friday night for a punishment league with a bunch of friends, 8 of us. I have that, and then I have one I do with my family. So this is the most fantasy drafts I've hoped to pay attention to this year. It will be 4, 3 ESPN, 1 Yahoo. So we'll have to see what that is. But I do have one done that I've done with some friends and a mixture of stuff. And
I don't think anybody in his league knows what
parents.
they're doing because he is like the best fantasy baseball team for an 8-person league I've ever heard of. He got Bobby Witt at 5, so just so you know, like that's how this draft went.
So I can't fully break down what I did because I do have more drafts. You've seen it slightly, but like if my punishment league gets a hold of what I'm trying to do, they can just steal everything. But sadly, in this league, one of my friends' brothers is also in it, and I don't know him. But one of my friends in the punishment league contacted him, my friend's brother who's in this league, and my friend got screenshots of my entire team from my friend's brother.
Oh.
So one of my friends knows every pick that I've done in this draft. So I'm
Good.
not getting Bobby Witt if he's a higher pick than me.
Okay, well, Bobby Witt shouldn't fall to 5 anyway.
But I
so-
don't know where I'm drafting. But if I'm the 3 and he's the 2, I'm not getting Bobby Witt. If he's the 1 and I'm the 2, I'm not getting Bobby Witt.
Okay, true. But
Because he will.
okay, then
knows
you
that's
get
who I want.
Shohei or Aaron Judge.
Yes,
You'll be fine.
I guess. Dude, I really like last
I know,
year.
because he steals bases and he plays great defense. I get it.
Well, no. Last year, I had a position problem in my Yahoo League I was playing. Third and first base production, I had like none at the tail end. I had Michael Bush as my first baseman, and as we know as Cubs fans, he did nothing the last 2 months. And my third baseman was a bunch of different guys. Nothing sticked. I like Miguel Garcia, Christopher Morel at one point.
Yeah,
Miguel
Garcia plays good defense.
Yahoo doesn't do defense. So, like, I got nothing from third base. I got nothing from first. So, like, a good position player is what you need. There's outfielders. There's plenty of outfielders. So, like,
Mike
Aaron
Helge-
Judge isn't that important. And then Ohtani, yes, he's really good, but he's not a position. So, that's the only problem.
Yeah.
I value position players.
Yeah. Hey, Michael Garcia, by the way, great franchise player over the show.
Is he?
Great third baseman. He's young, plays really good defense, and can give you like a 750 OPS. So, good bottom of the line.
I'm doing a Tigers kind of like mostly fair rebuild. Oh, wait, we do have another thing to talk about. I just realized. MLB The Show comes out Friday. Tomorrow.
Pre-order comes out
Oh
tomorrow.
my God, tomorrow.
If
Oh
you
my
pay
God.
for the $100 edition and $150 versions, it comes out tomorrow.
Oh my God. I'm pre-ordering it today. Oh my God, I just realized I get to play MLB The Show tomorrow.
I might.
Oh my God.
I've been thinking about it.
Here, I'll
Convincing
tell
of the
you
parent.
my stupidity. Last year, it's on Xbox Game Pass last year. It's done this year. So I could have got the game for free. And there's 4 pre-order days. One went by, and my craving just couldn't resist spending I spent $60 to get the game 3 days early when I could have got it for free.
Oh, so you bought.
Yeah,
But you couldn't have got it early, right?
I got it. Yeah, no.
I mean,
I would have had to wait. I could have waited 3 days to get it for
You had to
free.
pay $60 though. Should have only.
It might have been 40. It might have been 40.
like 30 and plus tax.
I don't remember.
'Cause it's
I don't remember. I spent money on a game I could have got for free for 3 days early access. This year, I don't get it no matter what for free. Like in June, it could be half off.
But
But,
you're
like,
not gonna.
I'm
wait
not
till
waiting
June.
that long, and so
I'm not waiting
I
till June
might as
'cause-
well buy pre-order. I put a bunch of time into those games, so like.
You know, because I'm not waiting until June. Because it comes out in July. College Football 26, the best video game. Guess best sports video game on earth. So.
Unless they make it so we can do a dynasty together, I'm not getting it.
That's fine.
So you
I'm pre-ordering. I'm getting the Madden and college football bundle because I get both of them 3 days free. So since I would have probably gotten both video games anyway,
Well, I get.
I spend $5 on the early access for each game, which is usually $30. So I actually save money.
I think I get both of those games. For
And I just
free.
count Madden as a
I think I get Madden for free, like a month after release,
birthday present. So
and then, college football. I let for the 25 one. I got like 100 hours, or no. I got 10 hours of free playtime. So like I will get to play it a little. But I do have 25 now. I bought it when it was off. But MLB The we'll talk about fantasy, then go to MLB The Show because I'm very excited to talk about that. I forgot that that's what's happening tomorrow. But in my opinion, position is what you need for drafting. Starting pitching, there's a bunch of guys. Outfield, there's a bunch of guys. It is infield that you should go after in your first rounds. But in my case, if you get Paul Skeens to fall to the 12th pick, you're taking Paul Skeens. If he falls to the second round, take Paul Skeens, by the way.
Yeah.
Him or Scooball might fall the second round. One of them will get picked in the first, probably. One of them picked in the second. But I had the 4th pick in round 2, and I got Skeens. So, like, if he falls that far, instantly pick him. The next pick was Zach Wheeler. Don't take Zach Wheeler in round 2. He's a round 3 guy, probably, because there's still a Gunnar Henderson, a Francisco Lindor, a Tatis, a Freeman, a Devers still available.
Yeah.
I would take them over Wheeler, so I would go after those guys before. It is just Skeens and Scooball for rounds 1 and 2 that you should touch. For you, who do you value more? Because you do have to remember, in ESPN, you get points for innings, and Scooball's and Skeens is probably on a innings limit. Not super egregious innings limit, but he's still probably on one.
Like, who are the pitchers I'd value more? Just like
Scooball or Skeens, what I'm saying. Which one would you take first?
Probably Scooball because, Skeens strikes out so many guys. Like, even regardless of how many innings he throws, he just strikes out everybody. But Scooball strikes out a bunch of people. Yeah. But, like, didn't Skeens get close to 200, or am I making that up?
Yeah.
Like, why do I feel like he was either or at 200 or got really close?
I don't think he was 200.
Because I know Scooball got 200, which was insane, because I feel like we don't see a lot of lefties doing that anymore. Or just kind of at all.
Yeah.
But if innings are a factor, probably Scooball.
So, but yeah, my draft was pretty good.
Okay, dude. Yeah, pretty good, Mike.
I'm just trying not to be too specific because I don't want my
You got
friends
Bobby Wood
to
at 5.
scout.
I don't want to hear
I
you.
got Bobby Wood at 5. I got Paul Skeens at 12. And then the position problem I talked about, I did not have for this draft. My third base and first base is very locked down. Actually, wait. I just realized I only have one first baseman.
Oh, yeah,
Might have to pick up a backup on waivers. But my first baseman I do have is Bryce Harper. So, it's not that big of a worry. I got my GOAT at 197, Robbie Bray.
He sucks.
He's my GOAT, though. Best player, you should pick this guy. If you're listening, anyone doing this league with me, Nicholas Castellanos, steal at 172. You should take him like at 80. He's a great player, especially if defense is in the league. You should take him. He's an amazing player. Johnny, don't you agree with that?
Yeah, defense, too.
He is Kyle Schwarber level defense, if not worse.
Yeah.
I mean, better. My bad.
Yeah, sure.
Ozuna level defense. So you should take him. But yeah, my draft was really good. But like just overall for fantasy, I value positions, especially with the struggles at first and third I had last year. It's a big need. Shortstop, you need a guy. And then second base, you kind of need to figure something out because, like, there's not many power second base guys. Average is not very important in fantasy. So, like, it's hard to find a second baseman, so you need to get creative with it.
Yeah.
I got creative. I got Ozzy Albies for that draft. But, like, there's other guys. It's not just Ozzy. There's a couple other guys you get creative with. And then prospects-wise, you have to figure out who you want. My one prospect I went with was Roman Anthony. There's others, like, if you want Roki Sasaki, I don't know if he was taken in that. He probably was. But, like, that's a guy. Matt Shaw is a guy.
I'm taking him, just so you can't have him.
I didn't take him in that draft. I don't know.
Maybe not then.
Is there any other great, Jason Dominguez is another guy you could
Dude, he's
consider.
been on the last 6 top prospect lists.
That's half the Yankees' fault, though.
No, I know. It's not like a him thing. It's just really, it's like really funny that a guy's been a prospect for that long.
So, like, I don't know. We'll have to, You kind of have to see what you're doing because you can't rely on a bunch of prospects because, like, it's iffy. Like I said, first base was Michael Bush. He had a good start. I didn't pick him up till after his good hot streak, and then he just couldn't do anything second half. But there was no one else better on waivers, so like you just hoped he could hit a ball.
Yeah.
So like positions is kind of where you should be looking at. There's starting pitching everywhere. You can get depth waivers. You can find guys if you want like 200-ish picks. Like I said, Robbie Ray, I got 197. I know you think he's not that good, but like with my second to last pick, Robbie Ray is not bad. A former Cy Young winner. Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer.
4 years removed from a Cy Young.
Verlander and Scherzer are probably around 200 as well.
Washed.
Guys like Alex Cobb could be a good waiver pickup. Based on what he does after injured list. John Means, when he's healthy. Shane Bieber.
Shane Bieber would fall that low?
He might, because, like, he's going to miss half a season.
That's true.
So
He's a
fall.
lot better than every guy you just named.
I'm just
good.
saying.
Shane Bieber's like a 3-1 guy.
I know, but he's going to...
He doesn't play.
I think he might fall. Problem is starting pitching as well with the injuries, as we'll talk about in our last little bit. His injuries are starting to pile up for one specific team.
So we're taking Garrett Cole first round.
Yeah, in that draft, Garrett Cole was not announced for his injury yet, and he was taken 18th. So you should do that if anyone's listening.
Don't do that.
That's in my league. You should take Garrett Cole in with your first pick in the first round. He's amazing. He's super healthy.
Yeah. He's not. Tommy John. He's getting Tommy John. Devon's a Yankees hater, and for whatever reason, a Garrett Cole hater.
Whoa. I am. I hate the Yankees. I don't like wishing, but it sucks that he's injured. It sucks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Say it on air, but
it is very.
When the injury's announced,
it is very sad that he is injured. It's upsetting that Garrett Cole is hurt.
a Cy Young level pitcher.
Yeah, it hurts the sport. That Garrett Cole is.
You're so lucky the camera's not on.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're laughing. There's a laugh. I don't know what you're talking about.
I am talking fine right now.
What's the smirk for?
I'm not smiling. It is a sad moment that
You're doing one of these.
Is out.
Devin doesn't actually care. This is a fake because me and producer Brendan talked to him about it. He's just a Yankees hater, so since this makes the Yankees worse, he doesn't really mind the injury. But
Red Sox are winning the division, baby.
okay. It sucks that legitimately does suck that Cy Young level pitchers hurt because Garrett Cole is fun to watch. Like, I know people don't like the Yankees, and I don't like watching the Yankees on national television, but they're going to get a lot of national televised games, and it's fun when it is like the Dodgers and Yankees to watch Garrett Cole have to go up against that lineup and see him usually do a good job.
Now an injury I'm actually sad is Giancarlo Stanton. Like, I actually do like Stanton. I loved his 2024 Marlins card from Team Infinity. So that's kind of why I like him. It's just because I'm going to be the show. But, like, I like his...
That's a real thing, so I can't really hate you for that.
Yeah. If you play enough MLB show, that it is a very serious thing. But it sucks. But I don't know how the heck you get both your elbows injured. Like, at all. Like, I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
To get both your elbows injured at the same time in the same thing to both of them. Like, as a hitter, both elbows aren't getting the same force unless you're a switch hitter, which he's not. He doesn't throw with both arms. So, like, I don't know how both his elbows are hurt at all. And then Luis Hill, or is it Gill or Hill? Heel. Luis Hill, he's also injured. He'll miss about half the season. And there's, according to Steinbrenner, no starting pitching available when Lance Lynn, Kyle Gibson, Drew Smiley. Yeah, I guess that's not very good. I like Lance Lynn. I love Lance Lynn. I think he's the GOAT.
Yeah, Lance
love
Lynn
how
at
he pitches.
Lance Lynn at Yankee Stadium.
He talks so much crap when he pitches. It is the most entertaining thing. He will scream the F-bomb.
I think Lance Lynn at Yankee Stadium would be the worst thing that could ever.
He's been a Yankee before.
Yeah, that was when he was solid.
But like, dude, I love the fire he brings, Lance Lynn. That's how I like to pitch in blitzball.
We'd have to shave his beard, so.
A little. He can still keep it though now.
I know, but it has to be well groomed.
I don't think Lance Lynn gives two craps what anyone thinks.
That is also true.
But I hope he gets a job somewhere because I want to see Lynn. He didn't do horrible last year, as well. By the way.
No, we talked about this yesterday.
Okay. No one else was here. Not even Brendan was here
That
to
is
hear
true.
that conversation. So that's why I'm saying that. We did the intro 4 times today. But we still did it.
Also happen.
Not Brendan's fault, by the way.
He's not here. So.
But so the injuries are a bit of a factor, but we'll talk a couple more. But MLB The Show comes out tomorrow, like we were saying, for pre-orders. I will be pre-ordering it today. I'm very excited. I will get the 2 pre-order packs. I think I already know who I want to take, unless they announce who the other 2 players were that were mysteries I haven't seen. They might have. But as of what I know so far, I'm taking Kershaw and Sammy Sosa in those packs because Kershaw, I mean, he's just a really good lefty. I like him. And then I'm a Cubs fan, so Sammy Sosa's kind of got to be the guy for me. And I'm also not the best player at MLB The Show. So, like, if I can get a diamond hitter, pretty good. That sounds pretty good. And then diamond pitcher, because nothing else really standed out to me. And I like Kershaw. He's future Hall of Famer, hopefully. So
Okay, I have not seen these packs, so.
I know
The digital deluxe bonus, the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ted Williams, David Wright, Joe Mauer, Vlad Guerrero Sr., and Kershaw.
I'm taking Kershaw.
And then Jeter, Sosa, Nolan Ryan, Billy Wagner.
Sammy
With a funny card art. Sammy Sosa, I think I already said him. And then Hank Greenberg, right?
I've never even heard
it says
that.
Greenberg, but his first name's covered. I think it's Hank.
I've never heard that guy before.
I think the first pack I'd probably take. And I feel like Joe Mauer would be fun because I haven't really used him since he's been in the game. I haven't played really much of the last 2 MLB The Shows, so I haven't been able to use him a lot.
By the way, though, I've heard they released the stats for those cards. I think Joe Mauer's stats suck.
Oh.
By the way,
Ted Williams could also be fun because, like,
he's new, right?
yeah, like he's new. So,
But I want Kershaw.
and I bet Ted Williams is gonna be a demon hitting wise.
Yeah.
Like, his
Yeah.
vision's gonna be insane for the early game. You gotta think about that.
But at the same time, Kershaw